I bought this Wi-Fi 7 adapter, like it's called COMFAST 6500. So now a long time, but I couldn't basically make use of this for Wi-Fi 7 connection. So in this video, I will walk through how can you get a Wi-Fi 7 connection using this COMFAST 6500 adapter. So now let me just basically, connect this to one of my Windows laptop. So here's my Windows laptop. So now if I basically go to device manager, I will show you, how it's appearing when I plugged it. So now I'm connecting my adapter to my Windows machine. So you can see when I plugged it, it appear under the CD DVD-ROM. Now even if you go here, you can see I have connected COMFAST adapter, but it's appearing in here as a sort of a under CD-ROM. So now what you have to do is, probably let me just go to view and show hidden devices as well. Just make sure nothing basically hidden. So I will basically uninstall this particular device. Let's say uninstall, and I will so now in here you can see it appear as a other sort of a 11BE adapter as well. So now what I will do is I will give a reboot since I uninstall from the CD-ROM, just to make sure. I'll give it a reboot. So sometime you may need a reboot. Even though it's appear under this device, I'll just basically go ahead and give a reboot of this machine. Okay, and then again check once it reboot whether it's appearing under the other devices. Okay, device has been rebooted, so I will go again device manager and check what happened. So now you can see it is not appear definitely under CD-ROM kind of device. So it is appearing under WLAN adapter other devices. Sometime in here you can see it is not appearing under the network devices, but at least you can see. Now the other problem is now even if you go there, so now if you look at the properties, probably driver, probably if you check the driver detail, so you can see no drivers has been required. Okay, no driver file required or have been loaded for this particular device. Now the biggest problem is getting the right driver for this particular adapter. Okay, so now I bought this adapter maybe 2024, but I couldn't use it for Wi-Fi 7 connection, so I couldn't basically get it really what I wanted to do. So now recently I found one specific driver. It's available in stationdrivers.com. So I will add this link to the video as well. So let me just show you where you can get the driver and fix this particular issue here. So now let me just go to that driver page. Now typically that adapter is called RTL Realtek 8912. That's a sort of exact adapter used by this BE6500. So now you can see here 8912AU. That's exactly one, but this adapter works across on many different adapter type. You simply need to download this driver file. Okay, so let me just, so it's being downloaded. You can see RTL8912. If you go there, so I will just extract this particular file. I will use the file name 6500 driver or something like that. extract. Now this has a sort of a driver file needed. So now what you need to do is you basically go to this device manager. As long as you detected this device, you right click and you can say update driver and browse my computer for drivers. Okay, that's important. And then you pointing to under 6500 driver folder where we unzip and then click next. Now you can see Windows has successfully updated the driver for this. So close. Your hardware have changed. You must restart your computer to change just the take effect. Yes, let's go give a reboot. So now this time it should be appear under the network adapter. Let's see. Okay, so now machine has been rebooted. So now again, let me go to the device manager and check where this is now under the network adapters. Now you can see Realtek 8912 wireless LAN adapter appear under the network adapter. So now if I basically check properties and the drivers, so driver detail, you can see here as well. Driver version is 5102.24.126.7. Driver date as of November 2025. That means recent driver. So now with this driver version, probably let's check whether we can get a Wi-Fi 7 connection. So now in here, I am going to the command prompt. So now the command prompt, if you type, netsh wlan show interfaces, it will tell all Wi-Fi interfaces in this particular machine. So you can see the default, there's something called Wi-Fi 11AX adapter. That's an inbuilt adapter. Now under as a Wi-Fi number 2, you can see my Realtek adapter. Now if you simply go here, you can connect using Wi-Fi 2 adapter to any of these SSID. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is first I have a Cisco 9800 managed SSID called MRN-PSK, which is Wi-Fi 7 capable access point. All 3 band has been enabled. So now let's see. Now before doing that, let me just show drivers as well and make sure we already looked at the driver version. So now I'm available. I'm particularly interesting about this Realtek driver. So we looked at as of 2025 October, November kind of update. This is the driver version. The important part is it's saying it's connecting cable of WPA3 personal, GCMP 256. This is what needed for Wi-Fi 7 personal scenario. In the enterprise scenario as well, this is saying it is supporting WPA3 enterprise with 256-bit encryption. This is a promising sign, but I will show you that as well. The other important part is this adapter is tri-band. Okay, it's supporting across all the 3 band. So now let's get connected to my SSID. I'm connecting using Wi-Fi 2 interface. Connect to MRN-PSK. Now I need to tell the password of this SSID. I will type that password and give it a go. Now in the very first time, let me just check whether it's connected. Sometime you may need a couple of, you can see this not showing, like it says no internet. That's fine. You can see it took a little bit of time and get this message as well. It says this network uses Wi-Fi 7, better performance along with the latest security WPA3. Okay. Now how can you check this connectivity? You can type show interface again. Now you can see Wi-Fi number 1 interface, no connectivity, we didn't use that. But Wi-Fi number 2 is this time connected, MRN-PSK. The important part is it's showing there are 2 link ID. Okay, this is called multi-link operation. In Wi-Fi 7, you should have this kind of multi-band association. So now it is using a latest AKM value, which is AKM value 24. it's using GCMP256. That's what this number 9 mean. More importantly, it says WPA3 personal, GCMP256. The transmit receive data rate is 1441. Okay. So my SSID, you can see its bandwidth is 80 megahertz. That means if I basically show you, yeah, somehow I think maybe the Google browser sometime, like now I just want to show you. So we saw basically data rate, transmit rate 1441, receive rate 1441. Now if I search in here, Control F 1441, you can see now my SSID, it's establishing 80 megahertz. That's my bandwidth is. You can see the 80 megahertz, 1441 data rate. You will get this kind of data rate value. That means this is definitely I'm connecting MCS index value number 13, which is a Wi-Fi 7 data rate value. MCS 12 and 13 only available for Wi-Fi 7. So now, without complicating too much, you can see you will get this Wi-Fi 7 data rate and connectivity established across 2 band. Okay. So now I would like to show you, I have some other couple of Wi-Fi 7 SSID. I will disconnect from here and I will, connect to using Meraki as well. Now, just to show you, again, I will use same password for the SSID. Now you can see disconnected. So now if I use the same command, so sometime I will, sometime I will use a different color for if it is not visible earlier. So now if I use the same command, netsh WLAN interface. So now previously we saw connectivity across channel number 21 and 149, which is my 9800 managed access point operating. Now this particular time with Meraki, you can see again I am establishing 5 gigahertz and 2.4 different channel number, same setup, same data rate will be achieved. Okay, signal strength is 100% this time. So I'm using Meraki access point. Still I will establish the MLO kind of connection. Now finally I will show you with my I have another Wi-Fi 7 access point, which is UniFi MRNUP. So let me just connect to that as well. Now it is also connected. So if I basically issue the same command, so I am using channel number 169 and 132, 69 in 6 gigahertz, 132 in 5 gigahertz. Dual band connectivity. So one thing is different this time. You can see in the previous scenario, I am using AKM24. That means Cisco is basically using AKM24 and encryption is GCMP256. You can see here. But with Ubiquiti, you can see he's establishing using AKM value 8, which is typically WPA3 personal. Encryption cipher is number 4. That means 128-bit encryption. Okay. So that's the one thing to notice. Standard point of view, Wi-Fi Alliance point of view, you should use GCMP256 with AKM24 or 25 for Wi-Fi 7 connection. But you can see in the UniFi scenario, they have not implemented GCMP256, but still they are allowed to establish MLO connection using CCMP128. So still that data rate point of view, you can achieve the same data rate value. Okay. So now in the UniFi scenario, I can quickly show you as well, because sometimes you like to know from the, access point of view. So let me just go to UniFi site, and if I show you the wireless client, probably let me just filter for wireless client, Wi-Fi client. And if you look at you can see here, MRNUP, only one client connected. If I basically click on that particular client, now you can see he's having a MLO connection, multi-link operation connection. channel number 69 is the active connection. The other one is acting as a standby connection, which is normal in Wi-Fi 7. So even you associating across multiple link, that does not mean traffic will be go across both links simultaneously. Okay, which is quite normal. So now you saw all these three particular scenario. So he's able to establish Wi-Fi 7 MLO connection using that COMFAST BE6500 adapter. So now before I close the sort of this video, let me show you one more thing, because we want to make sure, is it able to establish .1x as well, multi-link operation. So now what I want to do is I will disconnect from here. Now I have a .1x SSID as well across all these particular 3 access point. Now I will use 9800 manage to see whether this is supporting .1x SSID. So now with multi-link operation, okay. So I will use username mrn.local. So this is my .1x credential. It will ask whether we trust in the certificate and connect. I said just go ahead and connect. Now let me just use a different color for the .1x scenario. Maybe color C or color maybe B. So now NetSH WLAN show interface. Now you can see in this particular time my adapter connect to MRN1X SSID. So you can see connection does not show multi-link operation. It says my band is 6 GHz, channel number 21. Okay, that means still this adapter is not supporting in the .1x scenario. I mean, if you have an enterprise secure SSID, you will mostly get a single link. You will not get the multi-link operation. Still we are connecting 11BE. We are getting that data rate of 1441. No MLO connection. Okay, that's the one thing to be mindful about. So now even if I show you in the UniFi environment as well, so I will disconnect that and I will connect to the UniFi.1x SSID. So now I will use the same username and I will connect. It's connected. So you can see here this particular time as well, he's connecting only single band. Now subtle differences here. So now previously I am connected AKM value 5. That means probably I may not enable .1 or fast transition in this SSID, but with this UniFi one you can see it established value AKM value 3, which is the fast transition SSID, WPA3 with fast transition. So if you're not familiar with those AKM value, or if you feel this is like an advanced detail, I will link another video. So I covered this WPA3 enterprise AKM value, so you will get better understanding. But in summary, now if I show you, even this scenario as well, because I showed you what's the sort of a UniFi environment look like. Now you can see here, I am connected to MRN-UX. So now if I click the client detail, you can see there are no MLO connection. Okay, I'm connecting only 6 GHz. You can see no MLO kind of setup here. It's a Wi-Fi 7 2x2, but still no MLO. That means no multi-link operation. Okay, in that way, still you get the same data rate value because we're only using a one band for data transmission point of view. But sometime MLO connection will help to reduce the latency because you can switch between the links very easily. In that way, it is advantage to have a MLO kind of connection. So now, in that way, I hope you get the idea. If you have this Intel COMFAST BE6500 adapter, probably sometime it may be not appear under the your network adapters. First thing you need to make sure how you basically get it under appearing network adapters. even with the network adapters, without the proper driver, you will not get the MLO connection. Okay, in that way now, hopefully, like if you have purchased this adapter in the past, probably now with this help, you can make use of it. Anyway, let me know whether, like if you have any challenges, or at least this is the first USB adapter I found, at least to get Wi-Fi 7 connectivity. So if you don't have a latest sort of a laptop with have a Wi-Fi 7 inbuilt adapter, so this kind of external adapter maybe help you to get Wi-Fi 7 connectivity or testing. So I hope you find this video useful. So until I see you in another video, take care.